Hi, if you've somehow not been one of the individuals who saw the horrible start to this just a couple of minutes ago, I had to delete the start of a stream because it went absolutely horribly. So, I'm restarting this, hoping that this isn't going to be as bad as it just was a second ago. So, welcome back. This is In Other Waters, a game that I bought not that long ago, being interested in getting a game that just had something different. Last we were playing this, we had just discovered some stuff regarding plant life, which is new because most of what we were finding before was all stuff to do with fungal creatures, and we now have an East Reef way station, which also shows some more stuff on the map here. I do believe this is where you start off. This is the central reef areas, and this is the east, so we have now figured out a new way to go to get to Monet. I almost called her Mercy, but maybe I've got too much Overwatch on my mind for some reason. I don't know. Would it be Overwatch, or is Mercy like an actual name for people? I wouldn't be surprised if I met somebody named Mercy. I have no idea. Either way, let's get going. Good old Bakel. I don't know why it's exoplanet extraction as compared to exploration, considering most of this stuff seems like it's about exploration. So, more rocks. Like the many large rocks on the shelf, outcrop has been split, creating passage to the east and another to the north. Well, if the split was anything like it was on the map before, this is going to lead to another dead end, isn't it? This looks like another place to get some samples. This is another reef cap, isn't it? So, let's see about moving to a reef edge here. I need to get these buttons right. Frick, I'm still pressing all of the wrong buttons. The side of the finger feels exposed, but thanks to the current splitting outcrops, it remains a bubble of calm. Kind of reminds me of that one bit of Soma I watched in the Markiplier Let's Play. He did that forever ago. It was a really nice bit where there was a little bit of turbulence in the water, but there was still mostly clear due to the fact that it was through a channel. And then a monster makes a noise. Uh-oh. Ellis sees something at the edge. Or is it Ellis? Monet's suit, open, empty, half sunken sand. Why would she leave it here? More importantly, where did she go? Oh no, this is not good. Well, I apologize. Well, we found the suit, but no Monet. I kinda had a feeling this is one of the two main possibilities I saw coming. Either I thought she was going to be dead and we were going to have to continue on what she was doing, or other direction, she's not there. being entirely honest, those larger stocks we came that were bloated in the last playthrough, perhaps those are acidic and they're going to build a battery system out of this? I get the feeling that we are going to be using those to build something. Well, good thing is that I believe I already have those microbes. Oh my god, update the Ellie. No, it's Ellery. I forget. Update the fucking taxonomy. Give me some bacteria. Oh, come on. Don't tell me I went west the other day for it to mean nothing. Man. At least it's nice to hear about some history, but I don't understand why she's being so emotional about this. I do understand that history does tend to do things to people, but if you let it get to you in the way of your work, you'll never work correctly. It's probably been one of the worst types of experiences I've had in my life. So I don't know if she would know the same or not. Wish I could tell. I never did scan a little more out this way. Perhaps could turn up some more evidence or research points if I look around the edge of the shelf. That custom suit might come important later. I just realized it's very thin yellow particles going by. I could barely see that. Once again, I've pushed the wrong button. Curses. I'm not learning here, am I? Use a shrill sack if I can get a shrill sack. It's a shrill sack. Thank Lord. So I've changed the audio since my last stream. Now you should be able to hear things more clearly. Propulsion system fuel cell. So in my last video, I did not realize that a lot of the audio was coming back through my mic. I didn't realize this until after X amount of time and had gone, oh, well, I can hear the game even though the game was set to a very low volume level. And then I also realized that the game is very quiet, being that I now have to rely on the actual volume level of the game. So by comparison, this game is not as loud as a lot of games I've played. If you've ever played Need for Speed Shift, it is a loud game. Absolutely blasts your eardrums off and refuses to elaborate as to why. So I naturally found this out in the last video. You can actually use shrill sacs to cause these to open. But this creates a problem. You now have oxygen loss due to either corrosion or rebreather damage. I don't know which, but... You say that very calmly, miss. However, using the same shrill sacs that caused the problem, you can actually use the shrill sacs to get some oxygen here, I figured out. So the oxygen can be, or the methane can be used to create more oxygen. This is extremely useful, considering the larger implication. Back that up with the fact that you can keep getting more shrill sacs, and you'll be able to keep going on the move. I do think... No, they cannot produce power. But the fungal microbes you get from the lower area can get you more power, so that also works. Remember, you have to keep these 2 bars up when you're playing this game, if you ever do play this game, because I found that if you don't pay attention to them, they start to run out while you're not thinking about them. And you start off with a lot of things to take care of that, but you don't always get that in time. Or at least I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't. I have not yet had a situation where I've lost all of one of these resources and had a problem, but at the same point in time, I have not been doing the best to any of this stuff. Alright, let's do this. Let's mark these locations. Oh, another bloated stock to research as well. Oh, I didn't hear what you said. Oh, is she wanting me to go home? I guess we may have collected enough samples, but I get the feeling we could still explore a little more out here. There's not a lot of open paths up here, at least not without any shrill sacs. I'm not going to get anywhere that far. Screw it. Going home might actually be the smartest thing. I can drop off some of these. Let's get some retrieval. Restarts. How many downtime? 4.2 hour. No. MFC fed directly from our reserve oxygen supply. Now we need to take the suit out for a dive to test it. But make sure not to take any we haven't put through analysis on the lab level first. I don't want to burn research material for power. This propulsion system will let us pass through strong currents and move quickly. We should be able to cut across that rift north of Way Station and see what the bloom is. Alright. Guess we're doing that. She still hasn't made a taxonomy entry. Are you kidding me? I do have to mention I do like some of these sound effects. They are very pleasing to listen to. I'm actually going to keep some of those. I want to personally experiment. Perhaps these systems are able to, or when I use these on choral systems, they will have an effect. I don't know what effect, but I hope it's one that can be used. I really hope I'm not infecting something here. Would be rather sad if I accidentally made toxic bombs of some sort. See. So oxygen is able to be used as fuel. So if you cancel oxy, you don't get the oxy back. Gotcha. That's a bit of a problem. If I just keep the oxy in there and I don't actually use it, the microbes don't seem to consume the oxygen. Or at least they're not consuming it very quickly. Yeah, they're not consuming it. Let's go see what happens if I expose others to that microbial source. I'm rather sorry. Snag some of these. And let's see what happens if I expose diseased emblems to their own disease. Absolutely fuck all. Okay, good to know, because I'd rather have more storage space for what's it called? Shrill sacks. The oxygen use will be very vital to our propulsion system. See if we can't get the bloom. Huge green cloud. Whoa. That does not look good. How is it connected to the reef? Reserve oxygen inside. Almost bone white and clouded green. Well, first I'm going to use the shrill sacs I saved to increase the amount of oxygen we have. Then I'm going to take samples from the fan scanner. Occasionally the fan shivers, releasing a flurry of green growths that are gathered amongst the gossamer spines. The fuck's gossamer? Never heard that word before. Rise of silt fills a depression marked by the corroded shelf. The tip of a shell pokes above it. Is that an eye? Need to figure out how to tempt it out of its burrow. I did! Perhaps a sample last one. Something like that. It's with the microbial growth itself. Toxic waters, rock sheets. From bloom fans, you're able to recover oxygen by the seams of things, but it's not the most effective way to do it by the seams of things as well. Do you only have limited samples from the fans? Yes, you only have limited samples. Goody, I've wasted my time. Rock edge. Kind of sorry if I'm skipping through whatever dialogue exists for the fan on the scanner screen, but I really need to get out of unoxygenated areas. Metal traces. Well, that sends me a loop. Oops. Make me an oxygen bubble there, bud. Thanks. Oh, these spores can create more oxygen than... Oh, okay. I need to stock up on these next time I want to come out here. Pale, delicate fans that feed on the bloom, filtering the body's own catalytic dust to counter toxicity. All right. Scan. Back to the front. Let's get out of the bloom. I find it funny, just after the game had us finding a new system that worked on oxygen in order to actually keep the system moving along, we now enter an environment of little to no oxygen. Bivalve creature. Make me a pocket there for me, would you, boys? What's this sample of? Bivalve shell, bronze colored bivalve shell found in bloom. Aye. Inactive, these creatures feed directly on the microbial growth, rapidly clearing an oxygenated path of water. Piles of silt have gathered up against the melted rocks, filling the gaps beneath their strange, disordered rings. Can't seem to get past this section of the map here, so I'm gonna start going down the way I didn't come. Unfortunately, this is a very risky move, especially considering I'm running out of oxygen. I don't want to have to destroy that if I don't have to. Clearing out all possible space for oxygen at this time would be a very wise move compared to many others I've made. Thank Lord. Come on, build me a bubble. Thank you. Thank you. Bit of a weird name. Kinda sorry if I'm bursting your bubble there, Monet, or no, Ellery. But I don't fully quite like that name. That just screams biologist to me as compared to actually trying to be something. Thank God a station. These skeletons. What the frig's a radial iron? Who damn well know? We've got sphere fragment. Nesting creatures. These swarms of bright creatures provide vital safe zones. Let's start locking data. Yep, we gotta go further. So this is a substation, I would believe. Perhaps we should see about trying to find our way to another section of the bloom. As far north as we will go. They weren't lying. Let's see if we can't push on. I got a feeling we can do this. Haha! More microbe. Nesting creatures. Like the nests, which are woven in transparent threads, the bubbles which protect them have also a delicate skin. Silicate skeletons, the ornate domes and phosphorus spheres. The skeletons glow with the purity of silica. An open structure of these nests swarms glinting particles in shifting shapes. Let's see what we can collect. Another spherical fragment. Strange fizzling light provides comfort in the wasteland. Clearly a very important one. We cannot survive without oxygen. Human, fragile, must destroy. So neat. We can produce our own bubbles. Do they last forever? I doubt it's gonna last forever. It's gotta run out. There, can build substations between locations in a way. That's probably how Monet was able to do it. Let's get retrieved. Now that I have a sense of what's going on, we can do more. Bagel. Kinda sounds like I'm saying bagel. Like I'm hungry. I'm sarcastic, get the idea. I wanted to ask you about the bloom. I've been trying to understand what is causing it. It seems unlikely we're looking at a stable ecosystem. It has to be a unique event. And yet creatures have rapidly and effectively adapted. How is that possible? There's something something Monet was investigating. Perhaps I'll wade through these little dialogue bits so that others are able to read this. Of course, no relevant taxonomy. Friggin' Ellery, come on. I need you to work with me here.
Why's your door closed?